Okay, welcome back to week number 3, Bengals at Bills, try number 2. We will see if I can get more than a play into the game before it asks me to connect my controller, even though it's connected and has no power issues. It's at full power. Really don't know what that was all about.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thank
like
you.
The
There's a
Bills
look at
will get
New
the ball
Era
first.
Field here in Orchard Park, New
No.
York.
Sorry,
Today,
the Bills are
it's
kicking
week
to
3,
the Bengals.
and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. And a nice job there as he gets this
Wilson
one
out
up
to
just
the
shy of the
34, but
35-yard
it looks
line
like he's
at the
hurt.
34.
Interesting.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Anderson.
Wow, why did he keep going deeper and deeper into the hole?
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw is Anderson. Throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Interestingly enough,
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
McNally was a nice punt, though. We're down at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his
And that
running
looks like
back.
holding on the
He fights
Bills.
forward for a couple with
It
a
is.
flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward
And he
only
gets
for a
those 2
couple
yards
here.
back.
2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys are on the inside, those inside
He gets too far to the
linebackers,
outside and ends
they
up
will just
losing
roam
yards.
and hit.
Cribs down
That
to the
2nd
1.
down play, nets a -4.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a little
So
more
Cribs will
breathing
dance
room
his
at the
way up
5-yard
to the
line.
5-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4, but not
That's where it
enough. The punt
started.
team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done.
No return, as I can't ever make a
35
move
yards
on
that
anyone.
time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see
Hand
how
off
the
to
defense
Johnson.
reacts.
He's able to get
They
the
may
first
not have been
down.
terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper!
Now a give, right side. It's Alexander, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
50, plant. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Fine.
Anderson now to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's
Collinsworth
complete.
gets 8 yards. That makes it 3rd and 2.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain
Come on, why am I getting tripped up?
The other way too when you're throwing it really well.
So freaking frustrating.
Now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, stand up. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10
Okay,
before he's
3rd
taken
and
down.
1 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That's a 1st down, but of course it's a flag.
But I have a good feeling
Holding.
this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Anderson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art
And
in the
so
NFL game.
the straightaway field goal is good, and the Bengals take the lead 3-0.
3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays.
Now on
when
the
they have these types of
kickoff,
kicks,
that's into the end
no one
zone.
says to their guy, hey, that's just like
Or
making
a
an extra point,
touchback.
piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling.
Well, I was
one,
50
right?
just
Making
standing there
we
doing
ease into the
nothing.
game
Luckily
when it
somebody
comes
else
up.
made the catch.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And
That
it'll
is
be
looking
incomplete.
deep, but too
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own.
Into heavy traffic, and it's
There we go.
intercepted.
Finally, I cover
He's picked
a
off at his
tight
own
end.
47, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back
Alexander gets a
defense,
couple,
that's
not
part
much.
of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
do so. Hey, lock it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Alexander.
Guy asked for
down
them
at about
block.
the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now Anderson throwing on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock
There's
in
a
here.
handoff, not
Fourth
much
down
there.
play. Make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin.
Cuff a complete
6 yards is
pass.
the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
90 Wolf. That's a gain of 6.
He'll get this one into the
Complete, but he
hands of
runs
Lewis.
backwards and loses
And they went
yards.
the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the
Come
next time you
on.
have the
How's
ball.
that guy get
And
through
he
the
will
block?
lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Go.
On first down, it's Alexander. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
64, weak.
Back to throw. Anderson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Complete. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And that is caught.
What a catch.
What a grab at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he'll take this.
And that was just absolutely crazy. I think 3 different Bengals touched it. At least the 3rd one caught it.
Touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
See that?
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a
Bengal,
simple route, wasn't it?
Bengal.
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it
the first
down
Bengal
pat.
hit it
And I
once.
just
The
remember
second
as a
Bengal
player,
dropped it 3 times.
being
Like
practice sessions,
82 off his
and I
hands,
hear
then off the
9
back of
from the
46.
receivers.
Then
That
the
meant fly
right shoulder
route,
at 46,
go.
then the left elbow
Look
at
out.
46,
That
and
was
then
the
finally
9,
caught.
and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point is good.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0.
So the Bengals take a 10-0 lead here.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Franklin. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before
7-yard scramble.
27. 2nd and 3. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
And he might have had the first down had he hit him. He probably did, actually, with a good throw. And
not only was the call spot on,
throw,
how about the execution of that defense right there?
And that's the only
zone
reason I
was
stopped.
absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
Kick is up, and it is good, and the Bills are within 10-3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut
Kickers
out,
did the Bills did switch kickers, and that was their new kicker that just made that field goal.
Past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a completion left side. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Anderson throwing middle.
Come on. How is he sticking with him?
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Anderson on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete.
Wow.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The first down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they see right through that
defensive back was on a blitz.
As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Anderson to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, why did he drop?
It's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in
Reach
their mind,
kick is up, and it is short. Wow, we cannot even make it from 44.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He could have went out of bounds, but he stayed inbounds and then had to use a timeout.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 6. And an alley to run.
Oh, he takes off running, gets the first down.
Second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
60 on. Trip. You got 3.
On first down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
This time he does step out of bounds.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to
there, he runs again. He gets to the 35.
Short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1.
He doesn't get out of bounds, so they have to call their last time out.
Offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6
now,
seconds
because of my
left in the
embarrassing
second quarter.
kicker that couldn't even get
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late
10-3, and now the Bills
as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
So Bengals from 44, no.
47 yards out.
Bills from 47.
And his kick is
good, of course.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
The new kicker off the street.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's
Kicker's
the way to go into
so horrible.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup.
Here we go, and a tight one because my kicker sucks. 10-6.
They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
Cribs is hurt.
Overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go again.
And
wow.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot
away.
as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd
coverage.
down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another
underneath,
pass.
but
and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Martin, the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Check 13. Any weapon. Back. Hey. Score. Fight.
On 3rd down, Alexander, and he's going to have a first
very
down
close
as he's brought down at the 44-yard
to a first down.
line.
It looks like an injury for Buffalo.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Now a give right side. It's Alexander. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
60 out more.
On 3rd down, Alexander.
Alexander able to get through
first down as he's brought down at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Alexander, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50. Roll out. Lead grip, lead grip.
Johnson. And they'll be inside
Johnson
the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Play to win.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw.
That's
here.
Curtis
That's
down to the
complete.
31. Still
4
3rd and
yards of
7.
completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Nice catch.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson.
Johnson's very close. He's down
A
to
good
the
red
1.
zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Anderson.
There's the
They will
touchdown.
take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Johnson for
A
the
great effort
catch.
there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score
This is a nice
advantage.
It was actually a
13-play
fun one to
drive.
watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is kicked pretty deep.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team
Nice
anymore.
play.
Just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him
Nicely
behind
covered
the
up.
line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Steps away. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to
scrambled, but only for like a yard.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were
Apparently
both wondering once
left.
he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Martin. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive.
There's
when you score
Curtis for
points,
first.
it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find
Holding
someone
on the
downfield. He can only
Bengals.
cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz
Tight
scheme,
end,
get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking to throw. Anderson. They'll try and set up the screen.
How did that guy get through the block?
4
I
yards
thought for
on the
sure if he
pickup,
blocked
and
to
it'll
the
be a
outside, it could be a
second
big
and
game,
long.
but of course he didn't block.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong.
That was the wrong side. What is 76 backing up for?
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. Oh, he's got
Curtis makes the catch right at the 1st down marker.
They get 15,
What?
but they still needed a little bit more.
Stupid.
4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Hey, Wahoo! Yeah. Ready?
Anderson now. Throwing on 4th down.
God, this game takes way too long to get rid of the damn ball.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field
Hey,
goal,
Gordon,
you know this
how's
from
it
so
going?
much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking
It's
a
the end of
chance
the 3rd
either way.
quarter,
I like the fact they went for it.
17-6.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 11.
Turned me into the wrong guy.
Incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And
There's
he can
a
only manage
nice
to get
tackle.
this to the
Holding,
45-yard
I'm gonna
line.
decline that,
Well
pretty
short of the
sure.
1st. So instead
Decline
of giving
that,
them
'cause
another
that makes
3rd
it
down, they'll
4th down.
decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt's too
And
strong.
too
and
much
into the end
mustard on
zone.
that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you started thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme.
Wrestled to the
keep away.
ground.
1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Leo. Hey, lock it. Watch the
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about
they
the
had like
top
2
plays
guys
that these
cover
guys like to run,
Collins
the
on
best
that.
runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That was a weird tackle.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of
tackle
9 before being
nonetheless.
brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider
Johnson
safe.
goes forward for a few.
He'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Alexander with, what, 1 yard?
What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open
Alexander,
field
a couple more
can really
yards.
generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Looking to throw. Anderson.
Get rid of the ball.
They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Oh,
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so you can keep
nice
your
punt
balance
coverage,
and
downing
keep
it
him
at
away
the
from your guy
11-yard
trying to
line.
throw the football.
And the Bills getting set to
No
go.
games on the
These guys had a
on your
punt
channel
their
right
last
there.
possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That could have been picked off, but it was not.
Away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up second down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Dang it.
Very nice pickup.
It's a screen pass on their own goal line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great.
I think he was going to take off running again, but this time he gets sacked.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you.
What? Why did he come up so hard fast?
That was one of those situations.
He ran himself out of the coverage.
Down almost all the way to the 30.
Stupid.
A gain of 22. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and
Three
conserve
blockers
as
out
much
there,
as
but he couldn't
possible.
complete the pass.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
My blitzers can never get there.
Buffalo first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Oh, that's Leak's first carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Ready?
On first down, Alexander. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, my God, Holman, why would you drop the ball?
A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Anderson.
Oh, my God, get the ball over his head.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Yeah, I know, but it's still annoying.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just
So I
started
couldn't make it from 44, but they made it 47 earlier. Now from 49.
Let's go for the big one. But
Good.
how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
So the field goal got him back within 1 score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And this winds up a gain of 4
yards.
to 41. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, team. Don't be a long day.
Now they'll run on the draw. Now the Bills will use
Another
the
timeout.
2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Now Anderson. Now they set up the screen. That's good
What?
play.
Why did he slow down? He slowed down
Still
just so that they could catch him.
The
Unbelievable.
Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Anderson. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed.
Whatever.
You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
The 2nd down attempt
So he was able to get rid of the ball.
It leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. And, a crusher.
The old tip interception.
Intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go! On the set. 58 for Mike, 58. Rock it. Okay, go.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with
not
that
a good running game by the Bengals, but again, the
pretty good game plan. Pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish.
All right.
Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.